What is going on, guys? Welcome to The Reformed Reader, the channel where we review different forms of media through the lens of a Christian who is under the authority of the scriptures. My name is Josh, and today we're going to do a book haul. Now, normally I just throw my little book hauls at the end of my monthly check-ins because I don't normally pick up that many books throughout the month, but this month is a little different. Now, I'm going to throw a couple of disclaimers in here to start with. Number one is, do not go and spend money that you don't have on books, just so that way you can get more books. I'm not telling you not to go buy books, but just do so responsibly. Most of these books were either given to me, they were found at secondhand thrift stores or secondhand bookshops, or some of them were gifts from different people. And then also some of these were some of the ones that I missed from the previous month that I just for some reason forgot to include. So please don't feel like you have to go out and buy books, so that way you don't have that fear of missing out. I know how it feels, but to me, unless it's some sort of crazy special edition of a book that you already absolutely love, they're all the same words and the same pages. And so I'm going to start off with a couple of things that were sent to me by the author. The first is going to be Andrago and the Weaver of Dreams. Now I want to show this cover. This is by Jay Ellington. This thing is super cool. And Jay sent me a message and asked me if I would like a copy because he saw that my son and I read Aragon together. And he said, I think that you guys would love this. You don't have to do a review for it or anything. I would just love to get it into your hands. And so I said, yeah, absolutely. And so my son picked it up and absolutely loved it. And we're going to be doing a dedicated review for this book very soon. We've tried it twice, and both times the mic's cut out. And so we're going to have to film it a third time. But Jay, you are the man. Thank you so much. And not only did he send us one copy, but he sent us 2 copies. And on top of that, on top of his generosity, he even signed one to my son. So Jay, man, thank you so much. I wish I would have gotten a picture of his face when he opened it. It was awesome. He is just tickled to death. Thank you so much for your generosity. But yeah, you guys make sure you go and support Jay by picking up Andrago and the Weaver of Dreams. I actually plan on picking this one up pretty soon as well. My son just flew through it before I could get to it. So yeah, make sure you guys go and pick this up and support Jay. Good brother, good friend of the channel. The next one was sent to me by Sean Brink, and this one is called Bound by Blood, and he sent me an ebook of this. And so I don't know when I'm going to jump into this. I hope in June, maybe July, but I definitely plan on picking it up. So Sean, thank you so much for sending me that. It looks awesome. Guys, make sure you go and support Sean. All right, so this leads me into some free books that I was gifted, and my buddy Jordan over at First Line Library will probably be tickled, but I got sent like 5 Peter Heller books. I'm going to put them all kind of right here somewhere because I don't remember which ones they were, but they sent me some ebooks. Some friends of mine sent me some ebooks of some Peter Heller novels. I'm looking forward to jumping into one of those soon, but there's just so many and they all sounded pretty good that I didn't know where to start. And so I don't know when I'm going to jump into those, but it will be pretty soon. And the last set of books that were sent to me, I want to give a special shout out to my brother Sam over at iSamWise. Thank you, brother, for your generosity and your kindness. I cannot believe you sent me these. So he has been telling me about Stephen Lawhead's Pendragon books for quite a while and recommending these to me. And so he sent me these mass market paperbacks. And man, I cannot tell you how excited I am to jump into these books. I have been looking forward to it for a while. And I know they just came out with a new trade paperbacks, I think. But the fact that you would to spend your own money and time to send me these, brother, thank you so much. And not only did he send me these, but he has seen how much I have loved the Monster Hunter International books. So he sent me a copy of the mass market paperback. And I was like, oh, that is awesome. I do have a copy already, but he sent me a copy that was signed by Larry Correa.
Whoa!
And that is just phenomenal. You are the man, Sam. Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much for your generosity. I really can't believe that people would think to even send me anything. So before I jump into any of the books that I picked up, I want to do something to give back to you guys to say thank you for all of you who have been watching. You guys are just so awesome. And so what I would like to do is I would like to do a book giveaway.
Sweet.
And not just one book giveaway, but 2 books.
What?
If you watched either of my bookshelf tours, you probably saw that I have a copy of Luke Scull's The Grimm Company. Well, I actually have 2 copies of this because one copy he sent me a signed copy. So I have 2 copies of the same hardcover, which I would like to give away to one of you. So if you guys are interested, leave a comment down below. Let me know that you're interested in receiving a free book. I will send it to you free of charge. Just I'm going to pick somebody at random. I don't know how I'm going to do that yet. Editing Josh here to say I will be doing the drawing on May 16th at the end of the day, and I will be posting the results on May 17th in a YouTube short at noon. So if you want to be considered, first and foremost, please subscribe to the channel. And then secondly, just leave a comment down in the comment section below of which book you would like to win. If you want both, just list both, and I will throw all the names into a randomizer, and I will do the drawing there, and then I will post the results on March 17th at noon in a YouTube short. So if you're interested, just leave a comment down below, and I will see you guys on the 17th. But the first book is going to be The Grimm Company by Luke Scull, and the second book is going to be the first Elric book, the first volume of that series. I just looked into it. I picked this book up a couple months ago, and I just don't think it's going to be my kind of thing. I don't really think I'm going to have time for it, and so rather than watch it sit on the shelves, I thought, why don't I just give it to one of you guys? Yeah, the first book is going to be The Grimm Company by Luke Scull, and the second one is the first Elric book by Michael Moorcock. So if you guys are interested in winning one of these books, just leave a comment down in the comment section below. I will pick somebody at random. Probably in the next couple of weeks, I will let you know who won, and I will send these out to you as soon as possible. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and I hope to do a book giveaway every month going forward. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. This is only a very small way that I can think of giving back to you guys, because you guys have been nothing but gracious and awesome to me. So yeah, if you're interested, leave a comment down below. Let me know which book you want, or if you want both of them, just leave a comment down below and I'll do a drawing for The Grimm Company and I'll do a drawing for Elric. So thank you guys. All right, with that out of the way, let's jump into some of the books that I picked up. So I'm going to start with some mass market paperbacks. So we have a local secondhand bookshop that I stumbled upon that I did not know existed. I walked in the other day and I had several books that I was looking to offload, and I got store credit for them. So I got all of these for free. So the first one is going to be Hyperion by Dan Simmons, just a mass market paperback. The second one is going to be, I think this is the second book in the Hyperion series. And then I found these 3 Dungeons and Dragons books, the Dragonlance books, books 1, 2, and 3. I got those, all of these for free with in-store credit. Guys, do not sleep on your secondhand bookshops. So yeah, I look forward to jumping into those soon. And then the one that I was really excited about was Lonesome Dove. Believe it or not, I did not have a copy of Lonesome Dove, and so I grabbed this mass market paperback while I could. So yeah, I got all these for free at a secondhand bookshop. Make sure you guys support your local bookstores, because not only do they need it and want it, but they can give you crazy deals, and it helps support the community. All right, so those were some of the mass market paperbacks. So now let's look at some of the other books that I picked up. I picked this one up a couple of months ago and forgot about it. You may have seen it sitting on my shelves, but it is Down Below Beyond by T.A. Bruno. And my buddy Matt over at Go Reads Books has talked about that the author helped work on the Guardians of the Galaxy movie, and that it has a lot of the same kind of themes. I think it's like a sci-fi fantasy type of book with a lot of humor in it. I'm looking forward to getting into this one. Matt said he thinks that I will love it, so I picked that one up. And then found this at a secondhand bookshop, De-Evolution by Max Brooks. I loved World War Z, and I was looking for something similar, and there's nothing really out there. And so when I saw this at Goodwill for $1, I had to pick it up because I loved World War Z so much. I know my buddy Jordan over at First Line Library said that he has really enjoyed this one. So that'll be a palate cleanse that will probably be coming up pretty soon. Then I picked this one up because I got this one for free also at the secondhand bookstore, because I think my brother will really like it. But it's How to Sell a Haunted House by Grady Hendrix. If you guys know me, I'm not a huge horror guy. I like horror elements in my books, and I would even enjoy certain horror books, I think, but most of the time with horror books, it tends to lead into a lot of explicit language and explicit content and gratuitous content, and debauchery and those kinds of things. So normally I tend to steer away from horror books, just strictly horror books. And I like to have like a thriller book or something like that. But I would love to read a horror book that was clean for the most part. It's just been difficult for me to find any. So if you guys know of some that you think I would like, because I love the old monsters, like I would love to read a good werewolf book, as silly as that sounds. Just a book about similar to Silver Bullet, but I'm not a Stephen King guy for numerous reasons. But yeah, I picked this up and I think I'm going to send it over to my brother John. And then same bookstore. So all these again were free. I picked up Star Wars Dynasty of Evil. This is book 3 of the Darth Bane series. I actually have books 1 and 2, but they're in the mass market paperback of like the old covers. And so I do really like these new trade paperback covers. So I picked this one up because again, got it for free. And falling in line with that same type of theme, I read Darth Maul Shadowhunter this past month, and it was so good. Everybody kept telling me about Darth Maul Lockdown. In particular, Jonathan Cohn. Jonathan was talking about Darth Maul Lockdown and talking about how much grittier it is, and it sounds awesome. And so I went and looked it up, and I had to have the hardcover just because that cover is so cool. So apparently it is Darth Maul goes into a prison, but is commanded by Lord Sidious not to use the Force, and they have gladiator style battles. Yeah, sounds awesome. Really looking forward to that one. Okay. The next books that I picked up, these were all Goodwill finds. So the first one is a trade paperback of the first Malazan book, or Malazan, however you say it, Gardens of the Moon. This is brand new, and I found it at Goodwill for $1. The only thing is this right here, and I did that, and it pained me. It was brand new, so I don't know why they had it marked for $1 or why somebody got rid of it, but yeah. So I picked that one up, and then I picked up Ken Follett's Pillars of the Earth in this big trade paperback. Again, I think this one was $2, but yeah, for $2, that's a lot of reading for $2. And then the last one I picked up, because you guys know how much of a Jim Butcher fan I am, I found the first book in the Cinderspire series on hardcover in the old style, which I wish they would have stuck with instead of doing the YA looking ones. They look fine, but I much prefer this style hardcover. But yeah, I think I found this one for $2 as well. And it's brand new. And so for a brand new hardcover, couldn't pass that one up. Okay. 2 more from the secondhand bookstore. I picked these up just because the covers looked so neat. My wife really loves sort of the Agatha Christie style books. And so I saw this, and it's What the Devil Knows by C.S. Harris. And apparently this is a murder mystery type of series that follows somebody that was tracking Jack the Ripper. And so I was like, ooh, that sounds pretty cool. So they had 2 of them, and I picked them up for $1 a piece, and then only found out after I picked them up that this is book like 4 and 6 in like a 15-book series or something. And so I don't know when I'm going to get to these. But I mean, again, these were free with some of the credit that I had. So, you know, they look really cool. So I picked it up while I had credit and I had to use it. So I was like, yeah, I'll grab these. They look interesting. Maybe my wife and I will both enjoy those. Almost done. So the last 3 books that I picked up were The Passage by Justin Cronin. And I found all 3 of these at the same Goodwill, and they were $1 a piece. So I picked up The Passage, and then I picked up The 12, which is book 2. And then I picked up City of Mirrors. And when I got home, I actually opened this up and realized that City of Mirrors is signed, which is pretty cool, especially for $1. And so from what I understand, this is like a vampire series, like a post-apocalyptic vampire type series. Yeah, it sounded pretty cool. I think I may actually jump into The Passage pretty soon. It was up for consideration for my TBR for this month. It's a little thick, so I may wait just a little bit. But yeah, really looking forward to those. So that's it. I know when I say that's it, that was a lot of books from. Oh, one more. So the last one is my only nonfiction, and my pastor and our church were giving these out. And this is What is a Reformed Baptist by Dr. Tom Hicks. Tom Hicks actually came and preached at our church recently. He did a phenomenal job. I plan on chewing on this book for quite a while. So this is going to be one of those where I read a chapter and really ruminate on it and read a chapter and use this in conjunction with my regular Bible study. So I'm really looking forward into diving more into this. I've already read a few chapters of this. It's phenomenal. So What is a Reformed Baptist by Dr. Tom Hicks. I'm a Reformed Baptist, obviously. That's why my channel is called The Reformed Reader. So I do really look forward to diving into this, and make sure, if you guys are interested, that you support Dr. Hicks and you pick a copy of this up. It so far is fantastic. Okay, that was a ton of books. It's far more than I'm used to. Again, keep in mind, I didn't buy all these. I know it seems like I'm spending all this money. I did not. I do not have money to spend on books, but most of these were thrift store finds or were trade-in credit, that kind of thing. So always look for deals, guys. Always look for deals. Also, check out your little free libraries and support your little free libraries. If you have numerous copies of things, or if you're if you upgraded to a hardcover and you had paperback, or if you have a book sitting on your shelf that you know that you're never going to get to, support those little free libraries, because people love those. I love going to them, and I always make sure that if I pick something up, I swap something out with it. You don't have to do that. I'm just telling you, for me, I like being able to swap stories with people. And so hopefully I'm especially in my little town where there's not a lot of people that love sci-fi and fantasy. Hopefully somebody is checking out these little free libraries and finding some of these books that we leave behind, because I love sharing these stories with people. So guys, again, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your generosity, for sending me all these amazing books. Make sure, if you guys want to win one of these books, if you want to be considered for the drawing, leave me a comment down in the comment section below of which book or both that you want to be considered for, and I will draw for these very soon. Again, thank you guys. Just thank you guys. I don't know what else to say. Just thank you guys. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me, and I will see you on the next one.